Hey guys, Nalewanyj here, bodytransformationtruth.com. I wanted to address what I think is a pretty important topic today. I have seen other fitness channels discuss it, so I just wanted to give you my thoughts. And that is to be cautious and to be aware of what's actually going on when you try to compare your physique to the physiques of people that you see in magazines, fitness models, top natural bodybuilders, and even just certain people that you see on YouTube who have very high levels of muscular development along with very low body fat levels relative to most other people. You have to keep in mind that those physiques that you see are actually extremely rare, and they represent the absolute upper percentile of what is naturally achievable. But the problem is that because of the internet and because of the sort of rise of social media, we're constantly seeing those physiques over and over and over again, which might trick your mind into thinking that they're a lot more common than they actually are. Those people that you see with exceptionally muscular bodies who can deadlift 600 pounds yet also have a ripped six-pack all year round generally have the best of the best when it comes to genetics, which, despite what some people might say, does play a pretty significant role in all of this. Secondly, when you see a lot of those professional photos online, keep in mind that in most cases, those people specifically prepared themselves for that photo shoot by getting much leaner than they normally are, by using perfect lighting and angles, by having a pump, and then even with all of that on their side, by taking hundreds of photos and then only selecting the ones that make them look as good as possible. And third, also keep in mind that a lot of these people, again, natural bodybuilders, fitness models, and even some people on YouTube, for a lot of them, their entire life basically revolves around fitness, and it's where most of their energy goes. And that's just not practical or even desirable for a lot of people. And on top of that, they've also probably been training a lot longer than you have. And then even on top of all of that, a certain percentage of those people who claim that they're natural aren't even natural, and they actually are using drugs without telling people about it. So this is not meant to be discouraging, and whatever your goals truly are, then by all means you should aim for them. I'm certainly not saying that you can't achieve that type of body. All I'm saying is that don't allow yourself to feel bad just because you don't have the body of a fitness model or a top natural bodybuilder, or at least you don't have it yet. If you do feel that you have the potential for that, and if you are aiming for that. Again, not only are those physiques exceptionally rare on a global scale, but a lot of what you see online is not even what those people actually look like in person, or at least not all of the time. And the problem is that as humans, we have this sort of cognitive bias where we rate ourselves not in terms of what we've actually objectively achieved, but instead in comparison to what others have achieved. And so it's possible to actually look really good and be strong and be healthy and then still feel bad about yourself because you're always comparing yourself to the very highest achievers. The actual fact is, if you're someone who simply goes to the gym and trains hard consistently and eats well a good percentage of the time, you're already way ahead of the game when it comes to fitness. I'm not trying to negatively judge anybody, but just giving some perspective here, the average person does not work out, does not watch what they eat, and is either overweight or skinny fat. That's the average person. And if you just walk down the street and take a look around you, that's what you're mostly gonna see. And for some people, that's totally fine because not everybody is preoccupied with having a great physique, and they might have other areas of their life where most of their energy goes. But as someone who does care about their health and their fitness, be realistic about your own achievements and recognize that if you have reasonably low body fat and you have decent muscular development along with decent strength levels, you're already in significantly better shape than the vast majority of the population out there. And that doesn't mean that you shouldn't strive for more, but if you're going to compare yourself to people in this area, which admittedly is a bit of a trap in the first place. But if you are going to compare yourself to other people, then compare yourself to the entire population at large, because that's going to give you a much more accurate perspective as to how much you've actually achieved. And that while aiming higher is fine, it's important to give yourself credit for where you're at right now, instead of just letting your mind focus in on that tiny fraction of people who, depending on where you live, will very rarely even see in your day-to-day life. So just keep that in mind. Don't let your perception be skewed. If you're putting in the effort on a consistent basis, both in and out of the gym, and you're getting results and you're making positive moves towards your goals, then you should be proud of yourself for that alone. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you found this helpful. As always, you can access my complete body transformation blueprint system to maximize your own genetic potential and achieve the body that you're after by heading over to bodytransformationtruth.com using the icon at the top of the video, or by using the link in the description box below. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on future videos. And make sure to check out my official blog over at SeanNal.com for all of my latest articles, tips, and other updates. Talk to you again soon.